Let's see. Hello, everyone. We will start. Good evening, everyone. Yes, I will begin the whole thing again. Don't worry. I will begin the whole thing again, and we will not miss anything. I will make sure of that. I just want to make sure I inform everyone concerned so that nobody misses it. Yes. Okay. So here, I believe we'll have a much better time than over there because I don't think that system was capable of handling that amount of traffic. The graphics does not work here, Bandi, unfortunately. But that should not stop us from doing what we need to do. And we'll give a couple of more minutes. It's 7:55. We'll wait till 8 for people to join in, and then I will begin afresh. I will make sure that everything is covered and nothing is missed. I will repeat everything, Harsh. Don't worry. Bhavesh, Tushar, Bharti, Ananya, Samriddhi. Why don't you guys do me a favor and tell everyone that the class is shifted here for today? Prakash, but for the system, computer system, you and I both are traffic. Unfortunately, even I am traffic. Even it is not able to accommodate me. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome, Chiranjeev. Yes, I agree, Chiranjeev. Yes, Samyak. Almost everybody is here because I sent a notification. Yes, perfect. We'll give them a couple of minutes more to arrive, and then we'll begin. I agree, Shambhavi. Zoom is a much more robust system. I will begin from the beginning. I will start from zero. Don't worry. Jashandeep, I know your issue with hearing impairment. I don't think there is much option for subtitles, but I will try. Don't worry. Yes, Mohit, in the last time the streaming worked, in this time probably didn't for some reason. But that's okay. We have this, and as long as we again understand each other, as long as we can communicate, I believe we should be able to learn from each other and extract maximum value from this class, because everything from this class is here, and all I need is technology to relay to you in time and space. What I'm saying. हम इस क्लास को फिर से स्टार्ट करेंगे. आप आने दीजिए सबको. 2 मिनट और वेट करेंगे. एग्जैक्टली 8 बज जाएंगे तो हम फिर से स्टार्ट करेंगे. हम ऐसे की मास्टर क्लास आज कर रहे हैं और हम आपस में डिस्कस करके बहुत सारे ऐसे टॉपिक्स डिस्कस करेंगे और हम आज एक ऐसे लिखने वाले हैं. हम आज एक ऐसे लिखने वाले हैं. ये इस लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग का लिंक है. आप प्लीज शेयर कर दीजिए. For anyone who has not been able to get the message in time, they should be able to get it. I believe, Athira, yes, the class will be recorded on YouTube. I believe that's an automatic feature. Others have noted your point. I will explore this. Microsoft Teams. I will do the class bilingually. I will do Hindi as well as English, but I will make sure that if I speak in Hindi, nothing is missed. अगर मैं हिंदी में बोलूंगा भी Nothing is missed. Don't worry. Yes, I already have posted Mr. Jha on the announcement section, and I believe you would have got it. Don't worry, Sudipta. It will be quite low. Mohammad Anif used Telugu language also. I wish I had the bandwidth. I do not understand Telugu. I understand only 2 or 3 language at best. Yes, I agree, Siddharth. It's only when we test it that we begin to realize what issues might crop up. I would love to have the graphics also, Garvit, but apparently, if I switch that on, there is an issue with YouTube as well. So we probably will not do that. Abhijit, when you have many people looking for and waiting for your advice, then you have to develop the patience. And I feel responsible to make sure that this session is of value to you. Okay, it is exactly 8 o'clock. Let us begin. Let us begin from zero. Let us begin from scratch. Let us step into this class and let's have some very useful, fruitful discussions. I told you that we will be following the essay generation algorithm. Essay generation algorithm follow करेंगे हम इस क्लास में. ये एक स्टेप बाय स्टेप प्रोसीजर है. हम इन स्टेप्स के थ्रू जाएंगे डिस्कस करते करते और एक ऐसे टॉपिक हम लेंगे. We will discuss one essay topic in this entire class and we will go through the entire steps of the essay generation algorithm. And at the end of this class, you will have an essay after having done all the steps. The thing about this essay generation algorithm is essay generation algorithm की जो खास बात है वो ये है कि जब हम किसी भी ऐसे टॉपिक को इसके थ्रू निकाल के लेके जाते हैं, इस पे यूज करते हैं ऐसे जनरेशन एल्गोरिथम, तो किसी भी टॉपिक पे ये हमको एक अच्छा ऐसे निकाल कर दे सकता है. दिस ऐसे जनरेशन एल्गोरिथम इज वेरी versatile. It will give us an essay topic on any topic that we wish to use it. Today's topic is simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. I will type it for you. This is today's topic. Today's topic. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. And the first step of the essay generation algorithm, इस essay generation algorithm का जो सबसे पहला step है, उसको कहते हैं deconstruction. Deconstruction is very simple. It means pick up the 2 main things which the essay topic is about. For example, technology cannot replace manpower. ऐसे टॉपिक अगर आता है टेक्नोलॉजी कैन नॉट रिप्लेस मैन पावर, तो किन 2 चीजों के बारे में ये ऐसे टॉपिक है? टेक्नोलॉजी और मैन पावर. जाहिर सी बात, इन द ऐसे टॉपिक टेक्नोलॉजी कैन नॉट रिप्लेस मैन पावर. What are the 2 things that statement is made up of? It's obviously made of technology and it is made up of manpower. So thing 1 is manpower, thing 2 is technology. Yes, I know all of you people are smart. I know you understand. Perfect. That means you are with me. Perfect. What will you do in the essay topic? Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication में thing 1 क्या है, thing 2 क्या है? What is thing 1 and what is thing 2 in simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. It's very simple, very easy. Too easy, in fact. Simplicity, yes, I am beyond. Mansi Mishra, correct. Anushri, absolutely correct. Akansha, बिल्कुल ठीक है. Perfect. सब लोग समझ गए. बिल्कुल ठीक है. ये तो सिर्फ फर्स्ट स्टेप है. ठीक. Let us take a slightly more difficult topic to deconstruct. How will you deconstruct? Mindful manifesto is the catalyst to a tranquil self. What is thing 1 and what is thing 2 in this essay topic? Mindful manifesto is the catalyst to a tranquil self. Mindful manifesto is the कैटलिस्ट टू अ ट्रैंक्विल सेल्फ। इस ऐसे टॉपिक में थिंग वन क्या है, थिंग टू क्या है, माइंडफुलनेस एंड ट्रैंक्विल सेल्फ। सिमरन यू से, हर्षा, शिवा, ओके ओके, some of you are getting it wrong, but most of you are getting it correct. You are correct. Yes, 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 perfect, perfect. You have got it. This deconstruction is easy enough. You have got it. We will not spend much time on it. We will go further. Perfect, perfect. The next step, the next step. I know you understand this. This is very good. You got it very fast. The next step is this. Step number 2 of essay generation algorithm is drilling down to the heart of the essay topic. Every time you see an essay topic, whether it's philosophical or it's economic or whatever it will be saying something about the relationship between this thing one and thing two. In the essay topic, technology cannot replace manpower. For example, the essay topic is saying that technology and manpower are there is some friction between them, that you cannot replace manpower with technology to some degree. We don't have to agree or disagree. In this step, we just have to find the relationship. I will explain in Hindi the same thing. हर ऐसे टॉपिक थिंग वन और थिंग टू के बीच में एक रिलेशनशिप डिस्क्राइब कर रहा होता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, टेक्नोलॉजी कैन नॉट रिप्लेस मैन पावर में थिंग वन टेक्नोलॉजी था, थिंग टू मैन पावर था, और ऐसे टॉपिक कहता है कि टेक्नोलॉजी मैन पावर को रिप्लेस नहीं कर सकती. इसका मतलब इन दोनों टर्म्स में कुछ फ्रिक्शन है, कुछ कंपटीशन है, ये एक हार्मोनियस सा रिलेशनशिप नहीं है. अगर हम ऐसे टॉपिक लें, सिंप्लिसिटी इज द अल्टीमेट सोफिस्टिकेशन जो आपका टॉपिक है, सिंप्लिसिटी इज द अल्टीमेट सोफिस्टिकेशन जो आपका टॉपिक है, उसमें व्हाट इज द रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन सिंप्लिसिटी एंड सोफिस्टिकेशन जो ऐसे टॉपिक बोल रहा है, बहुत ही सिंपल है, इट्स नॉट कॉम्प्लिकेटेड. व्हाट इज द रिलेशनशिप? आप स्टेटमेंट को भूल जाइए, फॉरगेट अबाउट द स्टेटमेंट, फॉरगेट अबाउट द एसेट्स, फॉरगेट अबाउट पॉइंट्स, जस्ट टेल मी व्हाट इज द रिलेशनशिप. Harmonious. Yes, Simran, you are correct. It is a harmonious relation. It is saying that one leads to the other, that one is the same as the other. I will tell you why this is important. अभी थोड़ी देर में पता चलेगा ये important क्यों है. Yes, perfect. You have got it. Harmonious relationship है, it says this. Now, what I want you to do, on a piece of paper like this, you write this down. You write T1 here, simplicity. Simplicity. You write T2 here, sophistication. That's it. And you just write the relationship in a very small, brief, short form, annotated manner. Just write on two sides of the page, simplicity. We will write down points. Take this piece of paper, write simplicity T1 and sophistication T2, and fold this paper from the middle. So there is a middle line. Have you done that? Have you taken the piece of paper, written simplicity on one side, sophistication on one side, and drawn a line in the middle? Okay. Very good. Perfect. Now, this brings us to the third step of essay generation algorithm. We have understood what the relationship is. We have understood what is thing one. We have understood what is thing two. Now, we will do something called structured brainstorming. हम जान गए हैं थिंग वन सिंप्लिसिटी है, हम जान गए हैं थिंग टू सोफिस्टिकेशन है, और हम ये भी समझ गए हैं कि इनके बीच में जो रिलेशनशिप ऐसे टॉपिक डिस्क्राइब कर रहा है वो ये है कि सिंप्लिसिटी और सोफिस्टिकेशन एक जैसी चीजें हैं और एक दूसरे की तरफ दे आर ऑलमोस्ट सेम, इक्वेटेबल है एक दूसरे से. वो तो हमको देखना पड़ेगा कि इक्वेटेबल है या नहीं. वी विल फिगर आउट वेदर एक्चुअली सिंप्लिसिटी इज द अल्टीमेट सोफिस्टिकेशन और नॉट. That is the subject of our essay topic. We will analyze that. But for now, after you have figured out and you have written simplicity and sophistication on one side, we will do structured brainstorming. Now, in this step, I want you to forget the essay topic and focus on the word simplicity only. इस स्टेप में, थर्ड स्टेप में, जिसको स्ट्रक्चर्ड ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग कहते हैं, आप ऐसे टॉपिक के बारे में भूल जाइए, उसको इग्नोर कर दीजिए. आप सिर्फ थिंग वन पे फोकस कीजिए. वो जो वर्ड है सिंप्लिसिटी, उसको देखिए. थिंक अबाउट दैट. और व्हेन यू थिंक अबाउट सिंप्लिसिटी, I want you to tell me what are the other words which come to your mind. when you think about simplicity alone, just the word simplicity, क्या आता है आपके mind में? जैसे for instance, when I think about simplicity, to my mind, Mahatma Gandhi, Khadi, Mother Teresa, I get ideas like that. You know, elegance, very good, very nice points here. Peace, so very, very good. Yes, yes, these type of thoughts come to your head. You know, these type of thoughts come to your head. When you have divided this page into two parts, simplicity and sophistication, I want you to write down, yes, very good, being humble, down to earth, elegant, teacher, uncomplicated, service, no ego, purity, APJ Abdul Kalam, Buddhism, Jainism, all brilliant, excellent points. I would like you to write down 10 of these points below simplicity. I would like you to write down 10 of these points under simplicity. We will then use these points to create the essay. Simplicity ke, now you can write down on your piece of paper. I know that you know the points. I know it. Write it down on a piece of paper. आप simplicity के बारे में जो thing one है उसके बारे में बस जो 10 स्टेप्स, जो 10 चीजें आपके माइंड में आती हैं, जो 10 वर्ड्स आपके माइंड में आते हैं जब आप सिंप्लिसिटी के बारे में सोचते हैं, सादगी के बारे में जब आप सोचते हैं, बस आप वो बुलेट पॉइंट्स, कीवर्ड्स इसके नीचे लिखना स्टार्ट कर दीजिए. बहुत अच्छे पॉइंट्स हैं ये. अन्ना हजारे, मिनिमलिज्म, ग्रास रूट्स, बीइंग हम्बल, ये बहुत अच्छे कीवर्ड्स हैं, ये हमारे काम आएंगे. इन्हीं में से ऐसे निकल के आएगा. देखिए, नेचुरल, ज्योतिबा फुले, ठीक है, whatever your points are, you write it down. Now, I want to give you a technique. This technique is called 12QC. 12QC. 12QC technique. QC में क्या है? 12QC are 12 questions which you can ask yourself about anything. अभी जब आपने सोचा सिंप्लिसिटी के बारे में तो आपके माइंड में जो भी आया रैंडमली आपने वो लिख लिया. ठीक है, no problem, that's okay. You figured out some words which came to your mind. Now let us try to do this in a more structured way. You will see that there are 12 questions which I will ask you. Just try to answer those questions in 1 or 2 words and write those 1 or 2 words in your piece of paper. Write your 1 or 2 words in the piece of paper on the 12 questions which I will ask you. मैं आपसे 12 questions पूछूंगा, आप उन 12 questions का आंसर बस सिंप्लिसिटी के नीचे लिखते चले जाइए. आपको सारा 12 के 12 क्वेश्चंस सिंप्लिसिटी के बारे में है. फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, पहला क्वेश्चन, वेयर हैव यू हर्ड और रेड अबाउट सिंप्लिसिटी बिफोर? एक या दो वर्ड, ज्यादा नहीं, एक या दो वर्ड. वेयर हैव यू हर्ड और रेड अबाउट सिंप्लिसिटी बिफोर? 1 or 2 words you will write. For example, I will write, I have read about it or seen about it in role models. For example, APJ Abdul Kalam, Buddhism, monks. So I'll write that. जो भी मेरे माइंड में आ रहे हैं. What? Where have you heard about thing one before? Second question, what is the importance of thing one for human beings? What is the importance of thing one for human beings? सिंप्लिसिटी की ह्यूमन बीइंग के लिए क्या इंपॉर्टेंस है? सादगी की क्या अहमियत है लाइफ में? दिस इज द सिंपल क्वेश्चन. एक या दो वर्ड लिखिए आप, बस, उससे ज्यादा नहीं. जस्ट राइट 1 or 2 words. वी आर जनरेटिंग पॉइंट्स फॉर आवर एसे. हम अपने एसे के लिए पॉइंट्स जनरेट कर रहे हैं इस एक्सरसाइज के थ्रू. अब देखिए, इन्हीं पॉइंट से ऐसे निकल के आएगा. आपने लिखा, मैंने आपको सेकंड क्वेश्चन पूछा, व्हाट इज द इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ थिंग वन फॉर ह्यूमन बीइंग्स? सादगी की क्या जरूरत है? क्या सेटिस्फैक्शन, बहुत अच्छा वर्ड है. मटीरियलिज्म, मटीरियलिज्म एक अच्छा वर्ड है. इट्स अ वेरी गुड कीवर्ड. मेक्स यू कॉन्फिडेंट. ओके, यू कैन राइट दैट. कॉन्फिडेंस, इट्स एन इंपॉर्टेंट साइकोलॉजिकल ट्रेट. इट्स एन एसेट फॉर ह्यूमन. एम्पैथी, कंटेनमेंट, बहुत अच्छे पॉइंट्स हैं. वेरी गुड. अचीवमेंट, अडेप्टेबिलिटी, दीज आर गुड वर्ड्स. या, राइट दोज डाउन. ओके, लेट मी आस्क यू द थर्ड क्वेश्चन नाउ. तीसरा क्वेश्चन, is thing one made up of smaller words? What do they mean? In this case, simplicity is just made of simple. Simple. It doesn't really mean much except for what you have already described. So we will not focus on this one more. Is there an ethical question or debate associated with thing one? What could it be? ये क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा है सादगी के साथ कुछ एथिकल डिबेट एसोसिएटेड है. क्या सादगी जरूरी है कि हमेशा अच्छी हो? Is simplicity always a good thing? Is it always welcome? What about complexity? I'm just engaging your thought process now. I'm just talking to you. मैं सिर्फ brainstorming आपके साथ कर रहा हूँ. I want your intellectual muscles to start firing now. क्या simplicity हमेशा अच्छी होती है? I know that we have heard the word simplicity and we've always taken it to be a positive thing. It's in our culture. Is it always a good thing? Because this modern life which we enjoy, this internet is not simple. It is very complicated technology. Everything that we enjoy in common life, including the COVID vaccines, which all of us have received, are not simple things. They are complicated things. And it is after humans have grappled with complication head on, have they only been able to achieve this modern life. And therefore, simplicity is not always a welcome thing. There are times when we must get into the details and face complexity. It is because the nature of the world is complex. Nature, प्रकृति complex है, simple नहीं है. उसमें बहुत डिटेल है. कल तक प्रकृति में कोविड-19 नाम का कोई वायरस नहीं था. आज एक आ गया है for whatever reason. It's a complication. कल पता नहीं क्या और आ जाए. We do not know. We don't understand the system well because it is so complex. The same with the human body. Human body, is it a simple machine? Is a human body a simple machine? See, this is a simple machine. I can click it on and off. This is simple. Pen hai. Works simply. Human body is not simple. Highly complicated machine. So complicated, in fact, that scientists and doctors and the people engaged in medical science have not yet been able to understand the oldest of diseases, which is cancer. They do not understand how it works and what to do with it. It seems to be inbuilt. Did you know? That's an interesting thought for you. Even tapeworms get cancer. So इस type की जो disease है, it is a very common disease. It has something gone wrong with the body. Something gone wrong at a cellular level. Cells के level पे कुछ खराब हो गया है. तो वो simple नहीं है, complicated है. Cells खुद बहुत complicated होते हैं जब हम उनके structure में जाते हैं उसमें. तो ये जो ऐसे topic हमको कह रहा है, simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. हमको इसके साथ जरूरी नहीं है कि agree करना है. मैं ये आपको इसीलिए बता रहा हूँ ताकि आप इसको appreciate कर पाए कि हमको हमेशा ऐसे टॉपिक के साथ अग्री नहीं करना होता है. हमको उसको एनालाइज करना होता है. वी हैव टू एनालाइज द टॉपिक. वी हैव नॉट टू नेसेसरली agree with it, right? So when you think about simplicity and while you are brainstorming simplicity, please also write down some negative words. Mention these ideas that I have asked. एक और क्वेश्चन पूछता हूं आपसे to give you more ideas, to make sure that you generate more points. Who does simplicity affect? What does simplicity affect? Why should anyone care about simplicity? Why should anyone care about simplicity? Why do you think? Can you give me one word which is on the bullseye, which can tell you exactly why we should care about simplicity? You're getting close. Study with fun and emotionally, that's close. Let me see if anybody gets it perfectly. Affects the mindset. Very close there. Intensity, respect, personality, very close. Mental health. Mental health. It's a huge issue now in these days. Mental health. We should care about simplicity because it impacts mental health. That it is, yes, we have built a very complicated world around us. हम complexity में जीते हैं, हम उस complexity का फायदा भी उठाते हैं. उस complexity के बिना हम survive भी नहीं कर सकते. पर वो complexity एक cost लेके आती है, उसकी कीमत देनी पड़ती है. वो कीमत mental health देती है. This whole complicated world that we live in, entirely stressful and very fast, in which we must survive. The economy itself being such a complex organism, such a complex thing, it doesn't easily lend itself to simplicity. So who does it affect and why does it affect and why should we care about simplicity is the question I'm asking you. We should care about it because it affects our mental health and it is what drives the stability which we need. You see, I will tell you more about this as I go on. I will tell you more about this as I go on. My next question to you about simplicity, thing one. My next question to you. Is there something happening in the world right now which is an example of thing one? क्या आज कुछ ऐसा दुनिया में, न्यूज में, करंट अफेयर्स में हम देख पा रहे हैं जो सिंप्लिसिटी का एक अच्छा उदाहरण है या एक अच्छा एग्जाम्पल है या एक अच्छा टेम्पलेट है? I will disagree. Yoga, very good. I like that. Somebody said yoga, humanity, Ratan Tata. Yes, see that's a good point. अभी तक आपने योगा नहीं बोला था. When we were first discussing simplicity and sophistication, and you were brainstorming, आप ये points नहीं कह रहे थे. अब आप कह रहे हैं इस type की चीजें. It is just because I'm asking the right questions. This is the purpose of this technique. ये points आपके अंदर थे. The point of my demonstration is this: you already knew this stuff. I did not give this stuff to you. You had it in your mind, but these questions are prompting it to come out. The idea is, why I'm demonstrating it, is that you do not need specialized knowledge to create content for these philosophical essays. Most of it you already know. बिल्कुल ठीक. Dalai Lama, meditation, Buddha, ठीक है. Sustainable development, very good. UNICEF focus, very good. ठीक है. We will now do the same thing for thing 2. If you have been writing, तो यहाँ पर अब आपके बहुत सारे points आ गए होंगे. You would have written many points below simplicity. आपने यहाँ पे बहुत सारे points लिख लिए होंगे. अभी आपको बस लिख देना है, आपको कुछ नहीं करना है. Spirituality, very good word. Ayush, very good word. Vegan food, okay, that's debatable, but we'll discuss that as well. Breath work, interesting. Meditation, okay. Anyway, we are about to do the same thing for sophistication. We will now leave simplicity alone. Let's leave it alone. We leave thing 1 alone. Let's go to thing 2. What ideas or thoughts come to your mind when you think about thing 2 or sophistication? जब आप sophistication word सुनते हैं, तो किस टाइप के कीवर्ड या आइडियाज आपके माइंड में आते हैं? हम वो लिखेंगे अब. Sophistication, abundance, interesting. That's very interesting. Complexity, it gives happiness. Sophistication, fashion, I like that also. That's a good word. Class, refinement, grace, class, elegance, perfection, discipline, organization, professionalism. Brilliant. Very good. Excellent. Right? Elon Musk. Very nice. See, these are good. This is good content. Very good. I want you to write down some keywords which come to your mind when you think about sophistication on that side of the paper, on the other side of the paper, so that by the end of the day you have both sides filled up. Let me ask you the same questions for sophistication. Same questions I want to ask you about sophistication. Where have you heard the word sophistication before? In what context? Maybe you would like to see. So my context, I would say I heard about it in fashion, or I heard about it in aristocracy is the word which comes to my mind. Aristocracy. Class inequality. I will write that down. Sophistication. Knowledge and experience, you say. Swati. Okay, that's good. Maharishi. IoT, I like that. But Maharishi Pratap, that is going a little bit away. Although I don't think we can equate it with sophistication. Sophistication क्या होता है? अभी हम देखेंगे कि क्या होता है sophistication. Britishers, Queen Elizabeth, socialism. Socialism तो sophistication का शायद opposite है. टेक्नोलॉजी, ब्रिटिश, परफेक्शन, ठीक है. लेट मी आस्क यू सम क्वेश्चंस. लेट मी आस्क यू सम क्वेश्चंस एंड लेट अस सी कि हम सोफिस्टिकेशन के बारे में क्या निकाल सकते हैं अंदर से. लेट अस सी व्हाट वी कैन एक्सट्रैक्ट आउट ऑफ इट. What is the opposite of thing one, of thing two? What is the opposite of sophistication? What is the opposite of sophistication according to you? Let us see what you say. The opposite of sophistication. Discrimination. I don't think so. You're close, however. Ignorance. I like that. You're getting close. Crudeness. That's a very close word. You're getting even closer now. Underdeveloped. Ordinary. Not necessarily ordinary. See, not necessarily of sophistication. Not necessarily crudeness comes close. Raw. It's a good word. आप रॉ लिख रहे हैं तो आई नो कि आप समझ गए हैं उसको, बट वो ठीक वर्ड आपको नहीं मिल रहा है. एरोगेंट वो बिल्कुल हो सकता है, बट इवन अ सोफिस्टिकेटेड पर्सन कैन बी एरोगेंट. अनपॉलिश्ड, दैट्स अ वेरी नाइस वर्ड. नॉट बीइंग एबल टू. मीडियोकर. मीडियोकर का ऑपोजिट तो इज सुपीरियर. इट्स नॉट सोफिस्टिकेटेड. लेस स्किल्ड, नेचुरल, इलैबोरेटनेस, मिनिमलिज्म, ओके, इंटरेस्टिंग, नो प्रॉब्लम. Undisturbed. Okay, fine. Let me ask you the same question about sophistication. Same question about sophistication which I asked you before. Is there something happening in the world right now which is an example of sophistication? Is there something happening in the world right now? Bourgeois. That's interesting. They're talking about in Marxist lingo. Dissatisfaction. The United States. Okay. What is the something in the world which is an example of thing one? Sophistication, randomness, Ukraine. Okay. Write these words. Write these bullet points. Write these words such that you have 10 to 15 points, 10 to 15 keywords below each. We are going to go to the next step now. We'll go to the next step. By this time, you will have some steps written below simplicity, some steps written below sophistication. We are about to create an introduction for the essay now. हम अब इन वर्ड्स को लेके एक इंट्रोडक्शन लिखने वाले हैं और अब उसके बाद फिर हम बॉडी ऑफ द एसे पे काम करना स्टार्ट करने वाले हैं. इंट्रोडक्शन कैसे लिखी जाए? हाउ टू राइट एन इंट्रोडक्शन टू द एसे व्हिच इज इफेक्टिव एंड व्हिच इज इंपैक्टफुल. हाउ टू डू दैट? I would like to introduce you to a technique. It's called 4Q2. This it's called 4Q2. It asks you 4 questions. Before I go into 4Q2 and the details, I want you to listen carefully to what I need to tell you about introductions. ये थोड़ा important है, इसको थोड़ा ध्यान से सुनिए. इंट्रोडक्शन में जब भी हम essay की इंट्रोडक्शन लिख रहे होते हैं, whenever we write the introduction of the essay, you want to make sure that the terms are defined. essay की इंट्रोडक्शन में जो उसके मेन टर्म्स हैं, जो थिंग 1 है वो थिंग 2 है, हम बताना चाहते हैं एग्जामिनर को कि वो टर्म्स हम समझ गए अच्छे से, वो एब्स्ट्रैक्ट नहीं रह गए, हम उसके बारे में उसकी नस हमने पकड़ ली है. In the introduction, it is best to try and define the terms and to give the examiner some idea of what type of analysis you are about to do and that you are about to analyze it. एग्जामिनर को इंट्रोडक्शन में बताना जरूरी है कि जरूरी नहीं है कि हम इस स्टेटमेंट से अग्री करते हैं या नहीं अग्री करते हैं या हम बस इसके बारे में लिखने जा रहे हैं. अब उसको ये नहीं लगना चाहिए कि सिंप्लिसिटी इज अल्टीमेट सोफिस्टिकेशन के फेवर में अब पूरा का पूरा ऐसे लिखने वाले हैं. ये उसको ये भी नहीं लगना चाहिए कि टेक्नोलॉजी कैन नॉट रिप्लेस मैन पावर के पीछे पूरा वो लिखने वाले हैं अभी ऐसे. नहीं, हम उस स्टेटमेंट को एनालाइज करेंगे, हम देखेंगे कि ये एक्चुअली में है या नहीं है, और अगर नहीं है तो क्यों नहीं है, ये हम डिस्कस करेंगे बॉडी में. पर इंट्रोडक्शन में हम चाहते हैं कि वो क्लियरली हम उनको बता दें कि क्या टर्म्स हैं, क्या रिलेशनशिप है, क्या इंपॉर्टेंस है. 4Q2 is 4 questions. If you take these 4 questions and you write 50 words for each question and you club them together in a paragraph, that will form an introduction. I'll repeat. In the 4Q2 technique, we will ask 4 questions. For each question, we will write 50 words. When we club the 50 words, 4 questions each, we will have our introduction. So get ready to write the introduction. Get ready to write the answer to the 4 questions. मैं आपसे पहला क्वेश्चन पूछने वाला हूं. आपसे मैं 4 क्वेश्चंस पूछूंगा. आप हर एक क्वेश्चन का जवाब लगभग 50 वर्ड में लिखेंगे. जब आप इन चारों क्वेश्चंस का कॉम्बिनेशन एक पैराग्राफ में बना देंगे तो वो एक इंट्रोडक्शन होगी. इसको 4Q2 टेक्निक कहते हैं. मेरा पहला क्वेश्चन, डिफाइन थिंग 1. आप 50 वर्ड में लिखने की कोशिश कीजिए कि सिंप्लिसिटी क्या होती है. व्हाट इज सिंप्लिसिटी? क्या कहेंगे? व्हाट इज सिंप्लिसिटी? आई जस्ट वांट यू टू डिफाइन simplicity. My question to you is, what is simplicity? You don't need to go into a very technical definition, philosophical definition, but try to express it in the best possible words. What is simplicity? And do that in less than 50 words. What is simplicity? अब now I want a well-formed sentence. अब keywords नहीं. अब आप मुझे sentence लिख के दीजिए. हाँ, 50 words for one question maximum. Maybe you want to write 10-15 words. That's also okay. आप कम लिख सकते हैं. 50 words is the limit. मुझे आप इंग्लिश का स्टेटमेंट लिख के दीजिए. सिंप्लिसिटी क्या होती है? व्हाट इज सिंप्लिसिटी अकॉर्डिंग टू यू? अपने वर्ड्स में आप लिखिए. प्रशांत, you say something that is easy to understand or do. Simplicity is calmness that you feel in your life. That is acceptable. State of understanding is spirituality. Okay. Simplicity is a virtue of personality that can be related to minimalism. Shambhavi, if you write like that, then you will have to define minimalism also. You can't just drop a new word for the examiner to try and decipher himself. Simplicity के बारे में simply लिखेंगे. We'll use simplicity to define simplicity. No, that's a good one, Rituparna. Very good. Nana Bansal, you say simplicity is a way to express. Dipanshu, Alok, simplicity is a thing which is not perfect. It doesn't have to be an accurate definition, but you are getting the point. Perfect. Very good. ठीक है. बहुत अच्छे. Very good. Some very good sentences are coming. I am seeing. Hemlata, Anjali. बहुत अच्छे. बहुत बढ़िया. I would like you to take this sentence and write it down, or maybe you want to copy paste it or write it down on a separate piece of paper. ठीक, बिल्कुल ठीक. Very good. I want to ask you the second question now. मैं आपसे अब सेकंड क्वेश्चन पूछने जा रहा हूं. आप ये 50 वर्ड्स का जो आंसर आपने लिखा है, ये जो सेंटेंस है, आप कहीं लिख लीजिए. आप कहीं लिख लीजिए, एक नए पेपर पे लिख लीजिए. ऊपर से स्टार्ट करिए. आप यहाँ पे लिख लीजिए जो आपने अभी सिंप्लिसिटी को डिफाइन किया है अपने वर्ड्स में. प्लीज राइट दिस डेफिनेशन ऑफ योर्स ऑफ सिंप्लिसिटी इन अ पीस ऑफ पेपर एट द टॉप. ये आपकी एसे की स्टार्टिंग है. दिस इज द स्टार्टिंग ऑफ योर एसे. वेरी गुड. Content and the quality of your thinking quite good. Shahitya, simplicity is a way of living. थोड़ा सा और हमको डिटेल में जाना होगा. We need a little bit more detail. थोड़ा सा एक्सप्लेन थोड़ा करने की कोशिश हम करेंगे. ललित, आपको भी थोड़ा एक्सप्लेन करेंगे हम इसे. रिया रानी, डिसिप्लिन. ठीक है, आप थोड़ा एक्सप्लेन कीजिए इसे 50 वर्ड्स में. ट्राई टू डिस्क्राइब इट. किसी को समझा रहे हूं अगर, और समझाने के लिए हमारे पास 50 वर्ड से ज्यादा नहीं है, तो क्या उसको सिंप्लिसिटी के बारे में कैसे समझाएंगे हम? कौन से ऐसे वर्ड यूज करेंगे कि उसको सिंप्लिसिटी समझ में आ जाए क्या होता है? ठीक है स्वाति, ठीक. Let me ask you the second question. What is sophistication in your words? Can you write it in less than 50 words? Can you describe to me what you think is sophistication in less than 50 words? आप sophistication को अब अपने अपने ही शब्दों में देखिए. Sophistication क्या होता है? जैसे आप describe करना चाहेंगे उसको. Please try to describe sophistication in less than 50 words. That is my second question. What is sophistication? Sophistication is an analytical state of mind. Charu, interesting. Sophistication is having perfection. That's interesting. Innovation. Zahra Rizvi, that's a good one. Oh, that's a very good one. That's very good. Samriddhi. That's well put. It's well written. Mohit. Ranjan. Aditi. Very good. Okay. We'll do the same thing with this and we'll write it down. We'll write down next to simplicity, we'll write down what we think is sophistication on your piece of paper. Please लिख लीजिए आप sophistication को कैसे define करना चाहेंगे. आपकी introduction create हो रही है. We are constructing your introduction. Perfect. Let me ask you now the third question. The third question, which again I want you to describe in your own words. The third question. What is the relationship between simplicity and sophistication? Is my third question. Simplicity और sophistication के बीच में relationship क्या है? Typically, ये जो third question है, what is the relationship between thing one and thing two? Typically, a very good way to answer it is to say that the relationship between simplicity and sophistication is a complex relationship and it is not necessarily a simple linear relationship. Both are complementary. Simplicity and sophistication occur through natural kick. The idea of the third question is that you are using both the terms in the same sentence and then you are putting it in sequence with the other one. That's very good actually. Shraddha, you write sophistication is an etiquette of being calm and patient. That's very good language. Yes, you can write that. Pujit, I would like you to describe it a little bit more. Use more words and give me a proper sentence if you can. Akshita, it's good, but a few more words. The same for you, Sajuti, Sajuti Bhattacharya. A few more words to make sure that the English is coming out well, because we're going to write a whole sentence. All right, let me ask you the fourth question and the most important one. Why is the relationship between thing one and thing two important? Simplicity और sophistication के बीच का relationship important क्यों है? This is my fourth question. My fourth question is, why is the relationship between thing one and thing two important? We just discussed it. We discussed mental health. You gave me many points. You yourself told me quite a few very important, interesting pointers about it. You said about emotionality. Somebody mentioned personality. Why is the relationship between simplicity and sophistication an important one? That's my fourth question. For peace, to create harmony, for mental health. Okay. That I accept that. I would like you to write this in the fourth sentence. When you write it, it will complete your introduction. Please write it quickly. Please write it quickly on your piece of paper. What do you think is the relationship between simplicity and sophistication? So now you have a paragraph. I asked you 4 questions. I asked you, what is simplicity? You wrote, what is simplicity? Full stop. Continuing, I asked you, what is sophistication? You wrote, what is sophistication in your own words? Full stop. I asked you, what is the relationship? You wrote, what is the relationship? You described it. Full stop. Then I asked you, why is the relationship important? Now you're telling me it's important for mental health and it's important for the state of mind and so on. You have written an introduction. Just club these together and now read your introduction. Tell me, does it sound good? Does it sound interesting? Does it sound simple or does it sound sophisticated? It's an interesting question to ask you since you are now thinking about this. आपने इन 4 क्वेश्चंस का आंसर देके इनका एक पैराग्राफ बना दिया है, ये आपका इंट्रोडक्शन बन गया है. अब उस इंट्रोडक्शन को देखिए, आपने एक इंट्रोडक्शन लिख दिया है, आपके सामने होगा वो. अब जो मेरे माइंड में इंट्रोडक्शन है वो ये है. Simplicity is living with the bare minimums and trying to be happy as much as one can. ऐसा कुछ. Sophistication, on the other hand, is something which involves complexity and a refinement of tastes. Sophistication arises in times of abundance and wealth. The relationship between simplicity and sophistication might seem like they are opposites, but in fact, they are intertwined. This is my language. मैं बोल रहा हूँ. If I was writing, I would write that. However, the relationship between simplicity and sophistication is extremely important because it is the central thing affecting our mental health and our quality of life and our well-being today in modern life. That's my introduction. I'll repeat my introduction. And yours will be quite similar to this. I said, simplicity is a way of life and a way of thinking in which we try to make do with the bare minimums and remain happy. Sophistication, on the other hand, arises when there is excess and we can have the luxury of the refinement of tastes. We can have the luxury of abundance. The relationship between simplicity and sophistication might seem like they are opposites or they are antagonistic. However, the relationship between simplicity and sophistication is extremely important because it determines our mental health, our well-being, and our sense of well-being and our quality of life. That is my introduction. Very simple. That is it has to be simple because right now we are creating a structure and you can beautify this structure. The fact of the matter is that you have the introduction and you have a general rule to create introductions which will never fail you. आपके पास अब एक जनरलाइज्ड फॉर्मूला आ गया है इंट्रोडक्शंस क्रिएट करने का. आपने एक इंट्रोडक्शन क्रिएट कर दी है. अब जब आप उसको निखारेंगे, थोड़ा सा वर्ड्स को ट्विस्ट करेंगे, बीच में कुछ कनेक्टिंग वर्ड्स डालेंगे, उसकी लैंग्वेज बेटर हो जाएगी. बट आपने एक इंट्रोडक्शन लिख दी और ऐसे ही इन्हीं स्टेप्स के थ्रू पूरा ऐसे हम लिख सकते हैं. द वर्ड लिमिट ऑफ द एसे इज अबाउट 1000 वर्ड्स. सो जो हमारी अभी introduction hai, our introduction should be about 200 words typically. It can be about 300, that's okay. We should not put any word limit necessarily on introduction, but we should not go beyond 300. We should not go beyond 300 words in the introduction because that is 30% of the essay, not 1000 words. Very good. Neeraj, your 2 points are different, but 3 and 4 are same. Very good. Because everybody will have some variations. Better language. Bhagyashri, you will develop better language. Right now, just catch the structure. This is the structure which you can use for any essay, not just this one. No, don't put headings, Piyush. Don't write introduction. Don't write introduction, body, or any labeling as such. This is just the beginning. We have a lot of work to do. We have to move ahead now. You have written an introduction. I asked you a bunch of questions. You answered those questions. You wrote a few sentences. You clubbed the sentences together. It gave you an introduction. Now, we are going to move into the body of the essay. I call this body building. Although that is not that kind of body building. It is the body building in which we are building the body of the essay. How do we build the body of the essay? Here, I will introduce you to a very important cheat code. Please listen carefully. That cheat code is called BEGINS. B-G-I-N-S. B-G-I-N-S. It stands for bad things, good things, Indian things, and should things. I will explain what these are. बॉडी ऑफ द एसे के लिए एक चीट कोड जो मैं आपको देना चाह रहा हूं, जिसको अभी हम यूज करने जा रहे हैं, उसका शॉर्ट फॉर्म है बिगिंस, BGINS. बैड थिंग्स, गुड थिंग्स, शुड थिंग्स, इंडियन थिंग्स. हम 200 वर्ड्स इन सब पे लिखेंगे और ये मिला के हमको 700-800 वर्ड्स देगा. ये हमारी बॉडी ऑफ द एसे बनेगी. जैसे अभी हमने इंट्रोडक्शन लिखी कुछ क्वेश्चंस के आंसर करके. begins. Let me ask you why this is so. Why do you think it is in this format, begins? What is this begins? Why are we using this? क्या है ये begins और ये क्यों है? देखिए, अब जब आप body of the essay लिखेंगे, अब हमको इस body of the essay में कुछ critical analysis करना है. We have to do some critical analysis in the body of the essay. अब हमको arguments करने हैं यहाँ पे. अब हमको यहाँ पर एग्जाम्पल्स देने हैं. अब हमको यहाँ पर इस चीज की तहकीकात करनी है. हमको देखना है कि सिंप्लिसिटी सोफिस्टिकेशन है, नहीं है तो क्यों नहीं है, और अगर नहीं है तो होना क्या चाहिए. ये सब हमको देखना है. सब ऐसे टॉपिक्स, फॉर ऑल ऐसे टॉपिक्स, आई विल रिपीट, डोंट वरी, फॉर ऑल ऐसे टॉपिक्स, व्हेन यू क्रिएट द बॉडी ऑफ द essay, you can follow this simple step-by-step algorithm in the body of the essay. That is begins. Bad things, good things, should things, Indian things. What is bad things? Bad things is that section of the body, the first 200 words after the introduction, in which you write the negative side of the story. That is why it is called bad things. Bad things. What is bad thing? About simplicity is the ultimate sophistication, or technology cannot replace manpower. Negative side of the story here, and this is a very important step. Please go back to this brainstorming list that you have created. एक बारी वापस इस लिस्ट पे जाइए. आपने 10-15 पॉइंट्स उस पे लिखे थे. You had written 10-15 points. You had brainstormed. You had done some structured brainstorming. I want you to pick out the negative sounding words. उस लिस्ट में से negative sounding words encircle कर लीजिए आप. Negative sounding, कोई भी negative sounding word. Lack of creativity, yes. Division of society, yes. We don't have to generate points. जो हमने points लिखे थे स्टार्टिंग में सेशन के, उसी में वापस जाके उसी लिस्ट में से हम नेगेटिव साउंडिंग वर्ड्स, नेगेटिव वर्ड जो पॉजिटिव नहीं है, जो अच्छा फील नहीं कराते, उनको पकड़ना चाह रहे हैं. Just find that. Privacy, I would not say is a negative sounding word. Innovation is tucked. Well, I don't. Unorganized, yes. Mental health. Ignorant, that's a good one. That is a negative sounding word that we can use. Materialism also can be used, yes. Complexity can be used. Vulnerability, that's a good word. Dispute, very good. Flaws, complex, cybercrime. Agreed. Boring. Somebody said boring. That's a very good word. And it's a very interesting thing to use in simplicity. बहुत अच्छा word है, and it actually strikes at the heart of negative side. अब हमको इसको criticize करना है. We do not have to agree with this statement. We have to write down everything negative about this statement. Unethical, Tushar, very good. I want you to find out 3 points which are negative or which paint a negative picture of the debate. If the essay topic is simplicity is the ultimate sophistication, in bad things, I want you to argue. In bad things, I want you to argue in 3 points why it is not the ultimate sophistication, why simplicity is not good. In other words, I am asking you to say in this section why simplicity is not a great idea always. We have discussed that also. ये भी हमने डिस्कस किया था. क्यों नहीं है सिंप्लिसिटी एक अच्छा आइडिया, क्यों सिंप्लिसिटी अल्टीमेट सोफिस्टिकेशन नहीं है, ये इस सेक्शन में हम कर रहे हैं. 200 वर्ड्स में हम लिखेंगे. अब 3 पॉइंट्स लिखेंगे इसके. आपके 3 पॉइंट्स क्या हैं? सिंप्लिसिटी अल्टीमेट सोफिस्टिकेशन क्यों नहीं है. बैड थिंग्स में हम ये लिखेंगे. ठीक है, बहुत अच्छे पॉइंट्स हैं। अमोल वेरी गुड, सुप्रिया, नरमित, शिवानी, शिवम, हर्ष, तान्या, हसीना, सिमरन, बिल्कुल ठीक है। 3 points I would like you to write now. 3 points. I don't want you to write complete sentences, just the points. You will write the sentences in your homework. 1, 2, 3. What are the 3 reasons which you can see, which you can point out why simplicity is not the ultimate sophistication? आप ऐसे टॉपिक के अगेंस्ट आर्ग्यू कर रहे हैं. Yes, I agree absolutely, Nikhil. Perfect. Nikhil has hit the bullseye. He says no growth. He says बहुत ज्यादा सिंप्लिसिटी हो जाएगी तो ग्रोथ कैसे होगी? Yes, we are very accustomed to the idea, we like the idea that perhaps simplicity is a great thing. But with simplicity, we would not have this economy, we would not have this growth, we would not have mRNA vaccines, we would not have the UPSC is not simple. The UPSC exam itself is not simple. The job that you get after the UPSC exam is also not simple. This simplicity is perhaps a precursor to ignorance. आप छोड़िए complicated words, don't worry about that. But yes, backwardness, बिल्कुल बिल्कुल ठीक. You have caught the thing by its head, perfectly caught. I like that. Write down 3 points in bad things, and you use this for every essay topic. कोई भी essay topic अगर है, जब हम body of the essay लिखते हैं और अगर हम begins follow कर रहे हैं, पहले हम negative portion की बात करते हैं. Negative. अगर मान लीजिए ऐसे टॉपिक है, if the essay topic is technology cannot replace manpower, technology cannot replace manpower, तो इसमें हमारा bad things क्या होगा? Technology cannot replace manpower. What do you think would be bad things here? Technology cannot replace manpower. Bad things. Things which are not positive. The diverse nature of people. Okay. Ghettoization. Cocoon. Good words there. Dependency. Accuracy. Hinders development. Okay. Okay. We will now move forward because we have a lot of ground to cover. We have written 3 points in good things, in bad things, which are negative sound. Negative sound. For example, if the essay topic is life is a long journey between being human and being humane, it was an essay topic asked recently. अभी recent एक previous year question में essay topic पूछा गया. Life is a long journey between being human and being humane. इसमें bad things में हम क्या लिखेंगे? हम bad things में ये लिखेंगे, नेगेटिव चीजें लिखेंगे कि ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. ह्यूमंस हैं ही अनएथिकल, ह्यूमंस हैं ही अग्रेसिव. हम थोड़ा नेगेटिव पिक्चर पेंट करेंगे. विल पेंट अ मोर नेगेटिव पिक्चर इन बैड थिंग्स ऑफ द आउटलुक ऑफ थिंग्स. दैट इज व्हाट आई मीन बाय बैड थिंग्स. देन वी विल गो ऑन टू गुड थिंग्स. ऑब्वियसली नाउ वी हैव टू काउंटर आर्ग्यू. अब हमको उल्टे साइड के आर्ग्यूमेंट करने हैं, हमको पॉजिटिव बातें करनी है. गुड थिंग्स. हम पहले बैड थिंग्स बोलेंगे, फिर हम गुड थिंग्स बोलेंगे, फिर हम इंडियन थिंग्स, फिर शुड थिंग्स. मैं आपको बताऊंगा ये क्या होगी. बैड थिंग्स के बारे में एक बारी हम डिस्कशन करते हैं. गुड थिंग्स. What is the good thing with simplicity is the ultimate sophistication? Now I want to argue. I want you to argue and give me 3 points. 3 points which disagree and which say that simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. अब आपको 3 points ऐसे निकालने हैं जो ये कहते हैं कि simplicity ही ultimate sophistication है. बट अब आपने बैड थिंग्स में कुछ काउंटर आर्ग्यूमेंट्स लिख लिए हैं, तो अब आप उनको काउंटर करना पड़ेगा थोड़ा सा. यू विल हैव टू काउंटर आर्ग्यू दोज आर्ग्यूमेंट्स इन द बैड थिंग्स which you have written above. If you said above that simplicity equates to no growth, then you will have to counter argue it, and you will have to say in good things that even though growth is related to simplicity and it might appear that simplicity does not lead to good growth, but the most powerful inventions are driven by a need for simplicity. The most simple thing is the root language of every important scientific discovery, which is mathematics. Something like that. That is my example. आप कुछ और use करके वो create कर सकते हैं. After bad things, we have written 3 points on good things. I have seen that you have written 3 points on good things. Spiritual growth, easy to understand. बिल्कुल ठीक है. Write that. Write that on a piece of paper. Write that on a piece of paper. We are going to move on to the next block. Indian things. What is Indian things? Indian things is the Indian side of the story. It is the Indian perspective on the issue. In most cases, you will be able to insert the Indian side of the story to some extent, but not in all essay topics. It is always a good idea to use the Indian perspective and add a few things or examples from India. It enriches your essay and it makes it more relevant. But it is not a necessary step in this sequence. The necessary are all the above. The bad things you have to write, the other side of the argument has to be there. करना ही करना है. आप कभी भी ऐसे कंप्लीट नहीं कर सकते उसके काउंटर आर्ग्यूमेंट्स के बिना. वो आपको दिखाने पड़ेंगे, फिर आपको दिखाना पड़ेगा कि ये काउंटर आर्ग्यूमेंट्स वैलिड क्यों नहीं है. फिर आपको कंक्लूड करना पड़ेगा अकॉर्डिंगली, जो हम करेंगे कुछ देर. इंडियन थिंग्स में simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. It is such a closely tied statement to our own culture. Simplicity is something which our culture celebrates. It has historically been an important aspect of life. Simplicity is also celebrated in various religions. It is celebrated because it proves that one has risen above materialistic desires and has subdued the ego. You could say something like that. जैसा कह सकते. इस टॉपिक पे इंडिया के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से क्या है? आपने when you gave me examples and again go back to this. अब वापस इस लिस्ट पे जाइए जो आपने बनाई थी. इस लिस्ट में आपने मुझे बहुत सारे एग्जांपल्स, इंडियन एग्जांपल्स दिए थे. आपने एपीजे अब्दुल कलाम कहा था, गांधी जी, आपने बहुत सारे एग्जांपल्स दिए थे और बहुत अच्छे एग्जांपल्स दिए थे. उनको लीजिए, 3 पॉइंट्स ऐसे रखिए जो इंडियन साइड ऑफ द स्टोरी बताते हैं. इंडियन साइड ऑफ द स्टोरी तो खैर फॉर द मोस्ट पार्ट यही है कि सिंप्लिसिटी इज द अल्टीमेट सोफिस्टिकेशन. बिल्कुल. बुद्धा यूज कीजिए. अशोक एंड बुद्धिज्म. इंडियन आर्किटेक्चर सिंपल नहीं था वैसे. इंडियन आर्किटेक्चर इज हाईली कॉम्प्लेक्स एंड वेरी इंट्रिकेट, एटलीस्ट एंशिएंट आर्किटेक्चर. हैंडीक्राफ्ट ठीक है. श्री राम, फॉरेन पॉलिसी. Good points. Rights, Sundar Pichai. Whatever you would like to say. Yoga and spiritualism, yoga, Swami Vivekanand, worshipping nature. Brahmacharya. UPI, that's interesting. Very interesting. I like that. You can use that. 3 points I would like you to write down. By now, you would have written an introduction. You have written 3 points for bad things. You have written 3 points for good things. You have written 3 points for Indian things. I'm going to go ahead. The next block of the body of the essay is should things. Recommendations, suggestions. अगर ये complicated relationship है थिंग 1 और थिंग 2 में, जिसको आप डिबेट करते चले जा रहे हैं. आपने बताया बैड थिंग्स हैं, आपने बताया कि सिंप्लिसिटी हमेशा बहुत अच्छी चीज नहीं होती है, आपने बताया बट सिंप्लिसिटी जरूरी भी है, आपने बताया कि इंडिया में सिंप्लिसिटी के बारे में ये बोला जाता है. तो अब आप ये बताइए कि होना क्या चाहिए. शुड थिंग्स, recommendations. You mentioned, you wrote about, you told me yourself that you brainstormed about simplicity and sophistication. You answered some questions. You wrote an introduction in 50, 100, 200 words. You wrote an introduction. Then you wrote about bad things. You said to me and you argued that simplicity is not always a great thing. You mentioned something about growth. You may have mentioned something about technology. You may have used some other points. You may have taken those points from this list of bullet points that you created. After that, you told me and you wrote in the next block, why simplicity is the ultimate sophistication and why it is a welcome thing, why it is a good thing. You gave me certain points for that also. You said mental health. You said it is important for our well-being. You said it is important for our emotional stability. You said it is important for us to not be swept away in the rat race. You said certain things. You said some good examples. You used some names. You gave me arguments. Then you yourself told me that in India, culturally, or whatever you told me, some examples you gave me, simplicity is ultimate sophistication and so on. This is the Indian perspective. Now tell me, what is the prescription? What do you recommend? What should be done between this debate about simplicity and sophistication, which you yourself have been writing about? अब आप मुझे बताइए शुड थिंग्स में, जो कि एक फोर्थ पार्ट है उस बॉडी ऑफ द एसे का, कि जो आप डिबेट इतनी देर से हम कर रहे हैं, हम आर्ग्यू कर रहे हैं, काउंटर आर्ग्यू कर रहे हैं, सिंप्लिसिटी और सोफिस्टिकेशन पे हम एनालिसिस कर रहे हैं, अच्छा है, नहीं है, ठीक है, गलत है, ज्यादा है, कम है, अब क्या होना चाहिए? व्हाट शुड बी सजेशन? हारमोनियस रिलेशनशिप नहीं है सोनल, हारमोनियस रिलेशनशिप तो एक जनरल चीज होगी. सजेशंस दीजिए, प्रॉपर सजेशन, कैसे बैलेंस करें इसको, सिंप्लिसिटी को और सोफिस्टिकेशन को, क्या करें? व्हाट शुड बी द केस? वी हैव टू. अभिषेक बहुत अच्छा लिखा है, वेरी वेरी वेल रिटन. वी हैव टू बैलेंस बिटवीन, बहुत अच्छा लिखा है, गुड. गोल्डन मीन ऑफ एरिस्टोटल बहुत अच्छे सनी, थोड़ा फिलोसॉफिकल है बट इट्स वेरी गुड, इट्स गुड कंटेंट. बुद्धिज्म का मिडिल पाथ सुना है आपने? यू हर्ड अबाउट दैट, द मिडिल पाथ ऑफ बुद्धिज्म परहैप्स? यस, परफेक्ट, यू गॉट इट, excellent. Wonderful. Be calm. Old is gold. Purity of heart. Madhyam marg. Yoga and meditation. Emotional intelligence. I would like your suggestions and your points here to be slightly more detailed. These are a little bit vague. Let's go into some detail. How exactly do you want somebody to maintain a balance between the simplicity and sophistication? Do you think meditation might help? Do you think it's a good suggestion to put? I'm asking for suggestions here. Suggestions दीजिए मुझे. I am confused. मुझे simple होना चाहिए या sophisticated होना चाहिए? Should I go towards complexity? Should I simplify my life? Should I try to achieve my goals? Should I really get into the materialistic world of things? Should I not get into it? If I don't get into it, should I go to the jungle and meditate? Or should I become an ascetic or a monk? What should I do? What is my recommendation? Which you have to give me. That's what I want. You may want to tell me. शायद आप मुझे ये सजेस्ट करना चाहें कि आप कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी के बीच में हैं, बट बीच बीच में सिंप्लिसिटी की डोजेस चाहिए. या आप हो सकता है मुझे ये सजेस्ट करना चाहें कि यू आर इन द मिडल ऑफ complexity or simplicity. You may wish to bring simplicity, but complexity in doses is required, or something like that. You might want to suggest to me. You might say meditation. Life should be divided into 4 parts according to Buddhism. And I can see your brains are working. अब आपके हाथ चलने लग गए हैं. अब आप, it is automatic almost now. Not go for extremes. Very good. क्या आप सेल्फ रिलायंस का कॉन्सेप्ट यूज करना चाहेंगे यहाँ पे? वुड यू लाइक टू यूज द आइडिया ऑफ सेल्फ रिलायंस समवेयर? आत्मनिर्भर, maybe whether it might form and constitute a good part of this debate which we are having between simplicity and sophistication. Yes, I do agree. Critical thinking, excellent, very good. That's a good point there. You need critical thinking to make sure what's happening. Would you like to use social media in this debate here? Would you like to use the COVID-19 lockdown and how it gave us a complete break from our complicated lives, and it took us towards simplicity, where we spent time with our families, where we called each other to ask if we were all okay, where we again connected to ourselves, where simplicity we learned that simplicity is hard, that simplicity is not simple, that simplicity is not easy to manage, where we learned the value of simplicity But we also missed the complexity. We missed the complex life which we used to lead. We missed our interactions. We missed the social engagements which we used to have. Would you like to use something like that? क्या एक अच्छा पॉइंट है वो यूज करने के लिए? लिखिए, प्लीज लिखिए. कर्मयोगी, गुड वर्ड. लिखिए, अभी लिखिए. आप 3 पॉइंट लिखिए, सजेशंस दीजिए मुझे. बहुत अच्छे. इंट्रोस्पेक्शन बहुत अच्छा वर्ड है प्रीति, वेरी गुड. आप बिल्कुल बिल्कुल ठीक है. You can use the example of food here also. Food. What happens when you become very refined in your tastes about food? You become obese. And what happens when you become diseased or when you become ill? The doctors and the hospital will immediately put you on a very simple diet. They might even prescribe simple diet. Simplicity. It's a system as complicated, as sophisticated as your human body. Requires simplicity itself to survive. Yes? Nice language, nice little words, nice little sentences, nice impactful bullets. Use that. Use that. Write and give me 3 points. Give me 3 points there. You have written those points. I'm going to move ahead. You have given me 3 suggestions. This is structure. एक मिनट आप रुकिए और ये सुनिए. This is important. This is an important part. I know that आप समझ गए हैं. I know आप लिखना चाह रहे हैं. I will give you enough time to write. हमने ये जो begins का फ्लो चार्ट यूज किया, हमने फ्लो यूज किया, बैड थिंग्स गुड थिंग्स, इसी को स्ट्रक्चर कहते हैं. दिस इज व्हाट स्ट्रक्चर इज. दिस इज व्हाट फ्लो इज. This is what the organization of an essay is. This begins is a structure. It's a template. You can use this template for any essay topic. It will work in every essay topic. You use this template because it leads from one important thing to the next. It first talks about the bad things. You then diffuse the bad things by your own good arguments. You told me about the Indian perspective, which might be something different. Then you told me about some important suggestions. So that is structure. इसी को structure कहते हैं. इसी के हम अगर 4 हिस्से कर दें, if we break that into 4 parts and we write 200 words on each of those 4 parts and we club that together and we get 700, 800 words, that is the body of your essay. Now you have the points, and it is a point which you generated. I did not say anything. I did not bring it out. Priya, it is recommended that this should be followed. Pehle bad things, for good things, for Indian things. There is a reason for it. You see, there is a reason for it. First, we must highlight what the problems are. Then we must talk about why we need to solve these problems, and then we must say how to solve these problems. That is what we are following. It's a very simple structure, actually. We spoke about what the problems are in bad things. In good things, we said why it is important for these problems to be solved and what will happen if those are solved. Good things will happen. Mental health will increase and all of those good things you gave. Then we spoke about the other things and you spoke about what should be done. Given that it's a complication, what should be done? You have written those should. Now, we will come to conclusion. हम conclusion लिखने जा रहे हैं. आपने बहुत brainstorming इसके बारे में कर ली है. अब आप conclusion लिखेंगे. In the conclusion, I would like you to try and find a synthesis and write in simple language about what is the perfect solution for the issue. One statement which I would like you to mention, which can be very useful for you, is this. The relationship between simplicity and sophistication is deeply intricate and interwoven. And it is very important to resolve the conflict between simplicity and sophistication and to arrive at one's own true path. almost as if simplicity and sophistication are both two sides of the same coin. Two sides of the same coin. And how to live this life in the brief time that is given to us is a matter of choice. Neither one is better than the other. But the best is an ideal mix of the two. The best synthesis is probably that you should get the benefits of the complexity, but also the benefits of the simplicity. We have discussed what the benefits of complexity are. This complicated world, this technology that we use, medical science, vaccines, everything in our world is almost everything is complicated. We have also seen the benefits of simplicity. Mental health makes you less materialistic, makes you happier, has a good impact on your well-being and your emotional health. But they are two sides of the same coin. And that side and that coin is how to live your life. And a perfect synthesis, perhaps, is something called minimalism. Minimalism, आप सुनेंगे ये word. This word will appear. Minimalism. Minimalism. Minimalism is a philosophy of life which says that you continue to live in this world, continue to exist, continue to hold jobs, continue to enjoy this complexity, but don't get after possessions. Live in complexity, but don't become materialistic for items and objects and possessions. It says, treasure memories, create experiences, have interesting journeys. Don't collect stuff. Don't collect stuff necessarily. And with that, I have given you a outline of how to structure an essay. Now, there is a lot of detail which I did not get into. बहुत detail है जिसमें हम अभी नहीं गए, जिसमें हम अभी नहीं जा पाए. जैसे आपको मैंने कुछ टेक्निक्स बताए, कुछ क्वेश्चन बताए, 4Q2 बताया, 12QC बताया, बिगिन्स बताया, ऐसे बहुत सारे टेक्निक्स. We have to, at some point, get into how to make arguments. We have to get into how to add beauty. How to add beauty. ये जो आपने स्ट्रक्चर क्रिएट किया है अभी, आपने एक बहुत अच्छा स्ट्रक्चर क्रिएट कर लिया है इस ऐसे टॉपिक का. आपने ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग कर दी है, आपने इंट्रोडक्शन लिख दिया है. अब इस स्ट्रक्चर को बहुत निखारना है, बहुत अच्छा ऐसे लिखना है जो पढ़ने में अच्छा लगे और जो स्मूथली फ्लो करे और जो सब चीजों पर टच करता चला जाए. फिर उसको पढ़ के ऐसा लगे कि वाकई में ये एक वेल थॉट आउट, ऑर्गेनाइज्ड और अच्छा ऐसे. ये हमारा गोल था. टू सम एक्सटेंट I will share, Sunny, I will share 12QC, all those things with you, don't worry. To some extent, I hope that you have achieved some clarity about the fact that it is possible to write an essay on anything. Now, answer my question. Did you use any knowledge of general studies as such, too much knowledge, technical knowledge of general studies in writing all this? Did you not use more or less your common sense? Did you need to use the facts of the economic survey? Did you insert the articles of the constitution somewhere? Did you insert any quotations? Did you insert any quotations at all? No quotations you inserted. Do you have a good structure in your essay in front of you? Is it there? Is there a structure? Yes or no? Next question. My next question. Can you do the same thing for a different essay topic? Can you do the same thing for a different essay topic? Can you do the same thing for technology cannot replace manpower? Can you do that? You will do 4Q2, you will do thing 1 and thing 2, you will deconstruct, you will take out some points of technology, you will take out some points of manpower, you will write an introduction, you will comment about the relationship between technology and manpower, you will say why that relationship is important, you will talk about self-driving cars, you will talk about artificial intelligence, you will talk about automation, you will talk about robotics perhaps. Then you will tell me in your essay, sir, It is not always a good thing. The technology perhaps cannot replace. It might be able to replace manpower. You might say in bad things. Why? Maybe you will say, sir, because self-driving cars will reduce accidents or something like that. You will say. Then you will say, sir, but at the same time, you will not agree with the essay topic. You will say, sir, perhaps it cannot replace manpower. What can it not replace? Maybe you will tell me, sir, ethics cannot be outsourced. No artificial intelligence, no intelligence or any artificial system or computer generated algorithm can replace ethics, can replace compassion, can replace human bonding. You may also say, sir, whatever the automation might do, it will not change art, it will not change beauty, it will not change aesthetics and emotions. You will tell me something like that. Then you will say in should things, you will say in should things, emotional intelligence, very good. You will say in should things. Sir, however, technology and manpower, we have to make sure that they are balanced. And how to make sure that they are balanced? Then you will give me some suggestion. Then you will say, sir, perhaps we should have better laws to regulate. Then you might say, perhaps we should have outsourced the jobs which humans don't need. You might say something about UPI and so on and so forth. Then you will conclude with some form of synthesis. You will tell me that if the power of the machine is combined with the power of human intuition, perhaps we can build a future. Perhaps we can cure cancer. Perhaps we can cure climate change. Perhaps we can change our future and make it a bright one. Yes, you can do that. Same rules, same algorithm, same questions, different topic, same result. A beautiful, well-structured essay. That is the purpose of my conversation with you. This is what I wanted to do today. मैं बस यही करना चाह रहा था कि आपको मैं ये दिखाना चाह रहा था कि ये पॉसिबल है. एक कुछ स्टेप्स फॉलो करके एक अच्छा ऐसे निकल कर आता है. अगर आप ये कर लेते हैं, अगर आप ये ठीक से कर पाते हैं, थोड़ी प्रैक्टिस करते हैं इसके, तो 130 से ऊपर आप ले लेंगे ऐसे टॉपिक में, ऐसे में आराम से. आई होप ये आपको फायदेमंद रहा होगा. आई होप दैट इट वाज यूजफुल, बेनिफिशियल टू यू. आई थिंक इट वाज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फीलिंग. आपने खुद लिखा है वो ऐसे, मैंने नहीं लिखा है. यू रोट इट, आपने लिखा है और आपने खुद से लिखा है. आपका होमवर्क नाउ, आई नीड टू गिव यू होमवर्क. आपका ऐसे टॉपिक, द ऐसे टॉपिक विच यू हैव टू राइट नाउ. Are you ready for your homework? It's a 1000-word essay topic. Use the same techniques. बिल्कुल वही टेक्निक्स आप यूज कीजिए और आप इस ऐसे टॉपिक पे आप लिखिए. मैं आपको ऐसे टॉपिक देने जा रहा हूं. आपका ऐसे टॉपिक है मॉडर्न लाइफ इज नथिंग बट अ रैट रेस. मॉडर्न लाइफ इज नथिंग बट अ रैट रेस. ये आपका ऐसे टॉपिक है. मॉडर्न लाइफ इज नथिंग बट अ रैट रेस. आप इस पे 1000 वर्ड कैसे लिखेंगे? आप ऐसे ही थिंग वन थिंग टू डिफरेंशिएट करेंगे. आप थिंग वन के नीचे उसके बुलेट पॉइंट्स लिखेंगे, आप थिंग टू के नीचे बुलेट पॉइंट्स लिखेंगे. आप नेगेटिव वर्ड्स सिलेक्ट करेंगे, आप बैड थिंग्स के बारे में बताएंगे, आप गुड थिंग्स के बारे में बताएंगे, आप शुड थिंग्स के बारे में कुछ लिखेंगे, सजेशंस देंगे, फिर आप कंक्लूड करेंगे. ये आपका ऐसे, इसको हम निखारते चले जाएंगे. बट ये ऐसे लिखने का एक बेसिक स्ट्रक्चर अब आपके पास आ गया है. अब आप इसको यूज करें, इसको अच्छे से इस्तेमाल करें, इसकी प्रैक्टिस करें, निखारें इसको. और एक और चीज, बोनस आपके लिए, बोनस, ये सेम एग्जैक्ट टेक्निक्स बहुत हद तक जीएस आंसर राइटिंग में यूज होंगी. जीएस आंसर राइटिंग में यूं कि यूं आप यूज कर लेंगे. ठीक है, चलिए मैं अब चलता हूं. मुझे आशा है आपसे आपको अच्छा लगा और आपको ईमेल पे डिटेल्स आ जाएंगे आपके होमवर्क के बारे में. मैं आपको और डिटेल दे दूंगा और आप इसको आगे बढ़ा पाएंगे. Thank you very much for your patience. I think you were a wonderful audience. Your thinking and your analysis and your engagement was phenomenal. For not even for a minute did you make me feel awkward for being here and for conducting this. I really appreciate your thinking, and I believe that with people like you who are willing to work hard, writing essay at 7 in the evening and wanting to learn, there is no way you will not be successful. तो सक्सेसफुल तो आपको होना ही है, नो क्वेश्चन अबाउट इट, नो क्वेश्चन अबाउट इट। करिए, आप मेहनत करिए, मेहनत करिए, इन चीजों को यूज करिए। मैं आपसे मिलूंगा बाद में। टेक केयर, गुड नाइट, गुड नाइट, बाय।